Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Made it back to Friday, 9:04 on this 19th day of January. CJ Nasello, RiverBender.com. It's our daily show, and we got a great one for you. Coming up in just a couple of minutes or so, we're going to be talking to the Alton Optimist Club and getting all the details of the upcoming mouse races. Then at 10:10, we're talking to the former governor of North Carolina, Pat McCrory, as we are continuing our coverage with No Labels. Yesterday, they made the rounds on every major news network about their investigation, their call for an investigation in the Department of Justice for what they're calling harassment on their officials. Pat McCrory joined us yesterday after that press conference, and he'll bring us the latest on this. Then at 10:35, we're talking all things we like to party and anything else we can find a reason to talk about. We'll do it today in the next 2 hours. With that being said, in the meantime, if you have anything to talk about, 618-759-7469. That's 618-759-7469. Make sure you sign up for your daily email update where you can join myself and over 70,000 people that are truly in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. We will take you to Granite City first. The Granite City Police Department has something to express pride about yesterday as it announces a remarkable 15% decrease in overall crime rates. Granite City Chief of Police Nick Novicic said this positive trend is a testament to the dedicated efforts of law enforcement officers and collaborative initiatives within the community. Latest statistics reveal a substantial decline in various categories of criminal activity, reflecting the commitment of the police force to ensure the safety and well-being of the residents. Specifically, crimes such as burglary are down over 27%. Larceny and other theft-related offenses are down 23%. Drug and narcotic violations saw a decline of over 23% this past year as well. During the same time frame, arrests for weapons violations and animal cruelty have increased, which is a direct correlation to the commitment of this department to reduce violent crimes and crimes against animals. The concerted effort of officers, community engagement programs, and strategic crime prevention measures have played a pivotal role in achieving this significant milestone. A quote from Police Chief Novicic, here's what he has to say. "We are thrilled to see the positive impact of our collective endeavors in making Granite City a safe place for everyone. This accomplishment reflects the hard work and dedication of our officers, as well as the support and cooperation of the city administration and the community we serve." As they celebrate this achievement, the Granite City Police Department remains focused on continuous improvement and innovation to address emerging public challenges. This dedication to enhance public safety remains at the forefront of their mission. Dalton Brown bringing us the latest out of Godfrey. Phase 1 of the F.E. Woodman Bike Pedestrian Trail Project in Godfrey officially moving forward after the Village Board at their meeting this week unanimously approved advertising the project for bids. Janu Associates, Inc., the village's project consultant, has finally received formal direction on tree removal mitigation for the project after waiting for natural resources review for nearly 3 years, according to the memorandum from the village engineering department. Now, the next step is for the village to seek bids for the project. The estimated construction cost for the trail project is approximately $1.3 million. Approximately 46% of the construction costs will be reimbursed by various grants, saving the village $600,000 and lowering the final cost to the village to $700,000. According to the village's invitation for bids, the scope of work for this project involves construction of the bike trail on a new alignment, including earthwork, associated drainage items, HMA paving, stripping and signage, and other necessary collateral items of work. Bids will be received until 10 a.m. on Wednesday, February the 14th by the village clerk at Godfrey Village Hall. Once a bid has been awarded, the contract will come back to the village board for final approval. A full recording of the Godfrey Village Board of Trustees meeting is available at the top of the RiverBender.com article or at RiverBender.com/video. Out of Springfield, Dan Brandon brings us the latest. Justice David K. Overstreet and the Illinois Supreme Court have announced the assignment of Third Circuit Judge Amy Scholler to the 5th District Appellate Court. Judge Scholler is being assigned to fill a newly created judicial seat in the 5th Appellate District. Scholler is a longtime area resident and has a law practice in Alton. The assignment is effective March the 1st and will continue until further order of the court. A statement from Justice Overstreet. Judge Amy Scholler has excelled in every facet of her legal career, including her time as a circuit judge in the Third Circuit. She will be an outstanding addition to the 5th District Appellate Court. Judge Scholler was first appointed to the bench as the Third Circuit Judge on April the 30th, 2021, and won election as resident circuit judge for Madison County in 2022. She has served as the presiding judge of the Family Division and was appointed by the Illinois Supreme Court to serve on the Judicial Inquiry Board in May 2023. Also in the news, out of Bethalto, First Mid-America Credit Union will award 5 $1,000 scholarships to area high school seniors in May. Applications are available at firstmidamerica.org, and applications are due by March the 29th. That's a Friday. Introduced in 2005, 72 area youth have benefited from First Mid-America Credit Union scholarships. Scholarships may be applied to tuition, fees, or other educational expenses. First Mid-America Credit Union has a mission for exceeding member expectations, and they want you to find out more at firstmidamerica.org. Out of Alton, with frigid temperatures occurring across the state and more temperature drops and low temperatures tonight into Saturday, American Water is reminding homeowners and businesses to take steps to prevent frozen pipes. These tips can also help protect the local water service team as they perform critical work for reliable, safe water service. Customers should allow a small trickle of water to run overnight to keep pipes from freezing. Customers should consider collecting the water for later use, such as watering indoor plants and more. The cost of a short-term trickle is much less costly than the repair of a bursted pipe. Open the cabinet doors to expose the pipes. Opening cabinet doors exposes pipes to warmer room temperatures. And if in-home pipe freezes do occur, customers should shut off the water immediately and do not attempt to thaw frozen pipes unless the water is shut off. Freezing can often cause unseen cracks in pipes or joints. Apply heat to the frozen pipe by warming the air around it. Use a hairdryer, space heater, or even hot water. Space heaters should not be left unattended. Avoid using kerosene heaters or open flames. Once pipe thaw, water should be turned on slowly, and pipes should be checked for cracks and leaks. When customers are away from home, they should have someone regularly check their property to ensure the heat is working and the pipes have not frozen. Consider a freeze alarm. The alarm will call a user-selected phone number if the inside temperature drops below 45 degrees, and residents should keep snow cleared away from fire hydrants located near their residence as well. This can also help local firefighters in the event of an emergency. And those are your tips from American Water. At 9:12 on the 19th day of January, well, it's 9 degrees and it feels like 0. We are back to Monday, almost a spitting image. Coming up today, temperatures will reach 14 degrees. They're going to drop down to 1 to -1 overnight as we head into Saturday. We have a 55% chance of snowfall this evening. Coming up on Saturday, a high of 15, a low of 5. On Sunday, a high of 28 degrees, a low of 24. Then on Monday, it's going to be a little dangerous out there. They're calling for a wintry mix of sleet included, 94% chance of that happening, 34 for the high on Monday, and 31 for the low as we head into Tuesday. For that beautiful Alton sky cam where you can see the Mississippi River iced over on the Clark Bridge in all of its glory, RiverBender.com/weather, and for time and temperature throughout the day, give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545, this time powered by Bounce Back. Rehab Recover and return home. Hey, before I take a quick break and we talk to Alton Optimist Club, I got to fill you in on Denise Sparks. You know, what she did is just incredible. Those purple and yellow trash cans seriously are just popping up, just multiplying, you know? And it's because of her commitment to customer service. You know, she started this and said, I don't want to be this conglomerate where you can't get that local touch, where you call somebody on the phone and you're not getting somebody in our community. You're getting a third-party call center that has no idea what they're talking about. At Denise Sparks' team at Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling, when you call, you get the queen of junk, and that'll always be the case for the local group. Whether or not you need them for your weekly trash service, which they are kicking butt at, and they are just popping up in even more locations, or just to get some junk removed from your property because, well, your neighbors are getting ready to report you to the city. You can find out all the information on how you can get connected to the queen of junk, because for 30 years she's been the best, and for the next 30, well, she'll be the best still. SparksJunkRemoval.net. That's SparksJunkRemoval.net. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back to this Friday morning as we are getting underway on this really just kind of cold, dreary day, but that's okay. We got Alton Area Optimist. One of the events I remember as a kid, Mark, is the mouse races. My parents would go to those. And everyone had fun, staple events, and now they're coming back down the pipeline here in a couple of weeks. But before we do that, Alton Area Optimist has been around forever. And, you know, I don't know how you feel, but when something's around forever, we almost lose sight on what the group does each and every day. And if you could give us a brief overview?
Absolutely. And, CJ, thanks again for having me in this morning. Again, we are talking about the Alton Area Optimist Club, and our Optimist motto is providing hope and a positive vision. Optimist brings out the best in kids. Alton Area Optimist, youth-oriented community service organization. We've been in existence for over 75 years in the Riverbend area. Our goal is to conduct positive service projects aimed at providing a helping hand to the youth in our community. We try to help empower young people to be the best that they can be. Some of our activities dedicated to our youth, our Student of the Month program. We recognize an elementary and a middle school student each month at the Alton School District Board meeting, where each student is presented a $25 gift card of their choosing, and then they also get to choose a charity in which we donate $25 in their name.
So before we move on and talk about all the other programs, I didn't realize they get to choose.
Yes.
I always wondered that. I'd be the one that wins the darn thing, Mark, and I get some weird restaurant that I never am going to go to. That's my luck,
Yeah, no, a lot of the kids, it's their choosing of the 25. Walmart is very possible, but we do have some kids that. Like their donation, their grandma may have had heart disease or something. They give to the American Heart Association.
Really?
One of our big donations, a lot of them choose the 5As.
Yep.
And so, but this kind of gets the kids in a donating spirit of mind. So
a community spirit of mind, too.
Absolutely. So they get to choose who they would like to donate that to, and then we make sure that happens.
That's incredible. And now getting to Christmas for our kids, this is a really great program, too.
It is. We work with the Alton School District, in which we're given a family some names and details about students, possibly a family in need, and we make sure those kids have some presents to open on Christmas morning. Cool. Sometimes we do some clothes for them if they need it, but we like to have some fun things for them also.
That's awesome.
And some stuff for the family also. An organization that we kind of just started with this year and working with is Sleep in Heavenly Peace. This is a local organization that believes all children should have a bed to sleep in at night. We began with a monetary donation this year, but our plan is to work with them and get some of our club members out and maybe build some beds this spring with them. We are sponsors of various sports programs, some baseball, softball, soccer teams, and then in the past, our high school scholarship program, which we're hoping to bring back next year.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, and honestly, Mark, I mean, there's so much history in the Optimist Club. And, I was sitting there, I stop by Grandma's house every day, and make sure everything's going well. But in the corner, there's still Charlie's gavel, and it's still over there.
Absolutely.
And, it's just people like him, Moju Lin, Mr. Lemon, who is just amazing, and all these wonderful folks that really built up our community. And this club was, so vibrant and still is, and it's growing still today.
It is. And this is probably my third time in the Optimist for the longest period of time, in about 12 years. But when I came in, Roger Lemons, Charlie Nasello, Moju Lin, Bob Johnson, all of these guys were so instrumental in making this happen, and they did a lot of good stuff for the kids. Respect for law. And that is one thing that we also do that I'll talk about in a second regarding our first responders.
Absolutely. And, with that being said, too, I think it's always important to note that, who is a part of the Optimist, too, and who makes it up. And, I mean, it's a wide verse of folks, whether they're business owners, just regular, 9-to-5ers and throughout thick and thin. I mean, it's a wide array.
It is. Actually, anybody can be a member. Probably over 50-60% right now are educators in the Alton School District.
That's awesome.
And which we're all about youth, so they bring a lot to our table as well, and give us a lot of great ideas and a lot of great support in the things we do around the community.
Well, and speaking of around the community, I always remember them going out to the Christmas Wonderland and getting that, light set up or helping out or, doing their job. And
Yep, we inherited December 26th. That's the night we work the lights, and that's been handed down. And I think we've probably been part of that for at least 20 years, or about as long as it's been in existence. For probably well over 30 years, the Alton Optimist has been a big part of the Memorial Day Parade. We stage and organize the participants in the pit at Alton Middle School, and get them going. And again, this goes way back, probably 30 years we've been doing that.
How long, I got to ask you with the pit thing, because I've always thought about this each Memorial Day. Do you get better as you guys age as a group with how do you stage and get everyone organized?
We really do. We work with, I believe it's the North End Business Association.
Yep.
And they are in charge of the Halloween parade as well, that association. So work with Steve.
East End.
East End, sorry, Steve Schwartz.
He
East
just
End,
called me.
And they do the Halloween parade, but we work with them, but they pretty much say, you guys do what you need to do. And we usually have anywhere from 50, 60, 70 participants, and we've got it down pretty good.
That's awesome.
To get it going, but we do enjoy working with those gentlemen as well.
That's incredible. And I wanted to ask you more about the support of the first responders, because, we have so many first responders that make up our community here in the Riverbend, whether they're, police officers, EMT, paramedics, you name it. We have a lot of them.
Yes, we do, and this has been something that's going on, and it's big in Optimist, always has been big in Optimist throughout, whether it's the Illinois District or Optimist International, is respect for law. Several years ago, we decided to expand this, and because we thought, all first responders need to be recognized. So now that COVID's over, we were able to do it again this November, and we're going to continue doing our annual recognition dinner, in which someone from the Alton Police, Alton Fire, Godfrey Fire Protection, and Madison County Sheriff's Department is recognized at a dinner.
Really cool.
Received a great plaque, and our mayors were there, Mayor McCormick and Mayor Goins, and the chiefs do a great job in talking about the men and women that deserve this recognition, and it's overall a great night to recognize for what they do.
Well, and also just to take a step back and, and really realize all the work that's being done. It's always good to take a pause and reflect on things, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, as we're creeping along here, whenever I saw the flyer on Facebook, Mark, I knew I was in. I mean, there is nothing more Alton than the mouse races. Nothing more Alton than the mouse races, especially with the Optimist Club. This is the 11th annual one that you guys have done, correct?
It is. Again, take out 2 years due to COVID.
Those don't count. See, I think that they need to throw that out. If you lose your annual event to a pandemic, that doesn't count.
You're absolutely right. This is one that we brought to the table 11 years ago, and, groups were doing golf tournaments and trivia nights, and they became oversaturated. So we tried a little bit something different, not knowing if a mouse race would become oversaturated. Right now, we're, I believe, one of the only in the local area. We always try to shoot for the first Saturday in February. Mm-hmm. It is one of our bigger fundraisers. It's a fun night. I get almost all the members there. Working this, and we'll hopefully draw a crowd anywhere from 120, 30, 40, 50 people, and it's a good night.
It really is. So why don't we do this? We're going to leave you on a teaser real quick. I got to pay a quick bill at 9:27. We're going to come back, detail all things about the mouse race. We'll keep talking more about the Alton Area Optimist Club, because we got a lot of time this 9 o'clock. You know what? The good thing about talking to these big guys out of D.C., Mark, is we get to tape early, so I know how much time we can actually work with here.
Very good.
We're rolling. It's 9:27 on this 19th day of January, and we'll be right back.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back, 9:30 on the nose. Wow, you never get that anymore. It's always a weird number in media. It's like 9:34, one of those weird things. Not today. We're on fire. And coming back to this conversation as we're talking all about the Alton Area Optimist Club. And Mark, real briefly, I know that you guys do a lot throughout multiple communities and cities throughout the Riverbend, region. And in Godfrey, you're still active as well, because I know that beautiful sign over there in Glazebrook that has everyone's name on it, and we'll talk about that later on.
Right.
But you're prevalent in both Alton and Godfrey.
We are, and that's why we are the Alton Area Optimists. So not just Alton, but Alton and Godfrey. We assist Godfrey with their Snowflake Festival. We're out there with the kids. They're making reindeer food and ornaments on that night. And then we do assist with their Easter egg hunt in the spring as well.
Yeah, I was always the kid that could never get a damn egg. I always lost. I always lost every time. Getting back to a night at the mouse races, if you haven't been to this yet, you are missing out on one of the most exciting nights. Seriously, one of the most fun events every year is the mouse races. And we were talking during the break. Who's the gentleman that got started with you?
We call him Dave the Mouse Man Duncan. And he is an educator on the Missouri side. He's been with us 11 years now, and he's got us in the book. I think we're booked for at least the next 10 years with him on the first Saturday in February. Dave brings in, he usually has the help from one of his daughters, and she only works hours as well. She loves coming and working with the Alton Optimist. But he'll bring in what I'm going to call a track. It's probably 10 to 12 feet long, probably about 4 or 5 feet high. It's got plexiglass on the outside, and that's where the runs are. There are 6 tracks, and they put the mice in a little section that's got a door on it, and then when it's ready, they open it up, and down they go, and the first one down wins. Now, before all that happens, he goes through the procedures of betting. Now, this isn't necessarily called gambling because we're working with chips. And you can bet chips. And so depending on which mice gets as many votes or whatever, or people wanting to bet on them, he creates odds for them. So you could have a 2-to-1, 4-to-1, 6-to-1 odds. So if you bet one chip, you could win 6 chips if yours has the highest odds. We have 2 sponsorships, our Platinum and our Gold sponsor. For a $250 sponsorship, it gets you a table of 8. It is a reserve table, but a lot of people have fun with this because we let them name their 6 mice that's going to run. And some of them get very creative. Jimmy Johnson, we have a table for Jimmy. He's a great sponsor for us.
Yes, he is.
And he's come up with some pretty good names. I don't know if I can mention all of them on the radio, but they are pretty clean. But the Johnson salad, and anyway, the companies and the sponsors, they have a good time in naming them.
Have you ever thought about a contest for whoever named the most elaborate name for the mouse of the night?
I don't know if I could pull a winner or not, because some of them get so creative. For example, last year, I don't know if it was the Alton High Group, under Mr. Bellum's reign there, that his names were, so the mice are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and each of his mice were retired St. Louis Cardinals, depending on their number.
That's awesome.
So number 1, Ozzie Smith. I think Red Shandies was in there, and so on. So they get very creative.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Well, hint, boss upstairs. That would be fun to be a part of. John. Anyway, as you know, and I think it's so cool because I've never been, obviously, and I've always imagined it like you're at a craps table in Vegas around this track, and really take me through the atmosphere of the room, because it seems like everyone I talk to loves this event.
It does, and I tell you, we found a pretty good home right now, the Alton Wood River Sportsman's Club. They've been absolutely wonderful to work with. The room's set up so that people really don't have to leave their tables. They can see the track from where they're sitting, and so it's actually a great venue. But also, with the mouse race, we also start off with what we call rodent roulette. And we do a rodent roulette at the very beginning to get people juiced up for the rest of the night. And then we run a rodent roulette in between every race. Now, here's what a rodent roulette is. Dave the Mouse Man Duncan will bring in a circular card table, and he puts it in front, and around the circumference is spread out a deck of cards. What we do then is we sell a deck of cards, and each card is a chip. And once the deck of cards is all sold out, then we have everybody come up around the table that's purchased a card. They put a mouse in the center of the table. They cut him loose, and the first card he touches, if it's the ace of spades, and whoever bought that ace of spades cards, they win $50.
That's awesome.
So that gets people juiced up and ready to go. We will probably run through about 10 or 12 of those throughout the night. 2 or 3 years ago, we had a great crowd, and we can always tell how our night's going to go depending on how fast those cards sell. Well, we were selling the cards, and what we were finding was that there were still 6, 8, 10 people. We sold cards out, and they weren't able to get them.
Oh.
So I asked my mouse man, what if we sell 2 decks of cards? He said, I don't think it's going to work, but let's try it. And we advertised it. Probably for 6 or 8 rounds, we were selling 2 decks of cards. So not only one person, but now 2 people are going to win $50.
That's incredible.
We got done at the end of the night. Dave the Mouse Man Duncan comes up to me and says, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I've never seen a group sell 2 decks of cards. So it all depends on the people we bring in and how much fun they want to have.
Well, and see, that's what I think's so cool, because when you go and anyone you talk to that's an optimist, we talked about earlier, just the diverse group of people leads to a fun night, because everyone gets along, everyone's ready to have fun. And, you know, with this, how good are some of the I don't want to say, I guess, the mouse motivators for their prospective race? You get a lot of people that are getting their mouse going before.
Oh, absolutely. People will come up and actually study them, because they will have them in their little containers, and they will study them. Just like, I don't know if they study them like they do at dog races and what dogs do before they race.
The horses, too.
And the horses, but people will come up and study them and then place their bet on the one they think that's going to win.
Now, have you ever had someone have a little bit too much fun and start suspecting that there's some PED usage being put into this water for the mice?
You know, all I say is select the one and the strongest one you see, because you never know.
And what is, as we're talking about this, you know, the reason I think this is so great is because this benefits Alton Area Optimist, which for 75 years has provided youth-oriented community services for our region. And I like the fact, when did you guys change to Alton Area Optimist? Was that always the case? Because I know for a while I always saw the hat that just said Alton Optimist.
Alton Optimist. Yes, you know, it probably goes back 10, 15, 20 years maybe. It was just Alton, but I think somebody said, you know what, we still do a lot in Godfrey also.
Yeah.
And so that's why, and we're pretty much Alton Godfrey, so that's where we opened it up to Alton area.
I think it's really great, too, that, Mark, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but just me observing, you have two communities, two towns that are really doing some great stuff all the way around in terms of community engagement, morale boosting, and bringing in business. And I'm sure it makes it easier to be a part of the Optimist and do these services with the cooperation and participation of the two towns.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we get so much backing from the businesses, just the community at large. Yeah. And, you know, we're always out there looking for other projects and other events to do. And so, you know, we're open to suggestions, and our members are very good about bringing ideas in. We discuss them, and if we're able to do them, we'll do the best we can.
Now, I got to ask you here, too, Mark, this 50-50 raffle, how crazy does that get? Because there's some people that enter into these raffles, and you can have a pretty good night.
Well, here's the deal. Tickets are $20 a person.
Yep.
And with that, gets you your draft beer, your soda, and it automatically puts you into a 50-50 raffle. So normally, you know, if we have, typically what we do is if we get 120, 140 people in there, so you would think, okay, maybe, you know, $1 for each person. We kind of take, how many people do we have here? If we've got 135 people in here, we're going to give about $135.
Yeah.
And so normally what the people do, a lot of them will donate it back, which we do not expect, but yet they're going to place some more bets and maybe spend a little bit more money. What we do have, though, extra is our booze wagon raffle.
Ooh.
And so all members contribute. We normally have so much donated by members that it won't fit in the wagon. So we kind of put it on the table by the wagon, but you're going to get a nice $30, $40 fold-up brand new wagon to take to the beach or the pool or wherever you want to go with it.
I'm telling you what, I'm using it for, I coach soccer now. That's what I need is a nice wagon to bring all that junk around that Jeep.
And then when the games are over, then you've got all the beverages you need for your parents.
Or for you to get through the next holiday season with the in-laws.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's all part of that night as well.
And what we're talking about, folks, if you're just tuning in at 9:40 on this Friday morning, is a night at the Mouse Races, sponsored by the Alton Area Optimist Club. Doors open at 6:30 on that Saturday evening, correct?
Yes.
First Saturday of February at the Alton Woods River Sportsman's Club. And that beautiful facility, they're doing great stuff down there. And tickets are $20. I mean, that's what I think is so. I think it's so important to keep things reasonable because the whole point is just to get you in the door.
Yes.
And have some fun doing it. And I think any other price range might, scare some people off.
Yes. And, the thing about it is we treat it like a trivia night.
Yep.
No alcohol can be brought in because we do have that, and we go through the Sportsman's Club with that. But you can bring whatever food in you want, just like you do trivia nights. So people will bring in sandwiches and chips and dip, and pizza comes in. So you can bring in all the food you want to have at your table. So we encourage everybody. We have tables of 8, and tickets will be available at the door. But I do have some contact information I can give you here. You can contact us. Like us on Facebook at Alton Area Optimist Club. or you can touch base with us by email at altonoptimist@gmail.com.
And we will make sure to link that in the on-demand portion of this interview. And you can also, if you want to pay for your ticket in advance, because what I do is I say I'm going to do something, and then all of a sudden I forget what happens and what day it is. We're going to link to Venmo too, so that way we can make sure. And if you want to make, you guys accept monetary donations as well?
Absolutely.
And that way that option's there, because I really, like I said, can't say enough great things about the group. One last question on the mouse races, then let's talk Avenue of Flags, and let's continue down the pipeline. Have you ever had someone show up in like a derby outfit for one of these things?
I'd love to see
You know
it.
what I'm saying? How awesome would that be to
see
see
it,
some
yes.
guy in some hat, with a ticket sticking out, cheering these? I would lose my mind.
Absolutely.
One of the coolest things, Mark, and I mean this, my grandma called me, and Mike Lemons called me, and he said, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know Charlie's name's on the sign out there." And she had to see it, and she loved every bit of it.
Perfect.
I mean, what you guys did with Avenue of Flags, I love what you did, because it's on a board, and it's prominent right there in a very highly visited area of Godfrey.
Right.
And then it really reflects, I think, how many different people really built up the area and the Optimist Club, and you name it, and just being a part of that's really cool. Can you fill me in more about the qualifications and what this is?
For the Avenue of Flags, this is a fundraiser we just started. It's about 2 to 3 years old. A lot of Optimist organizations do this, but they place flags at residents. And what we had a little bit different idea. One of our club members, Craig Rathgib, was talking to Godfrey and Mayor McCormick, and 2 or 3 years ago. So we've kind of partnered with the Village of Godfrey, and what we do is we line our flags up. Hopefully people have gone down Stamper Lane on 5 of the big holidays and seen our flags flying. So again, we work with the Village of Godfrey. They allow us to do it there, which really helps, because we can just kind of go right down the line and put the flags in. And it's a 3-foot by 5-foot flag on a 10-foot pole. And we'll begin Memorial Day, and then we do Flag Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and Veterans Day.
And it always looks beautiful. It really does.
Got a little breeze blowing, and
yeah.
Our goal was 100 flags. We haven't reached that yet. We're between 70 and 80 right now.
We'll break it.
And we hope to. They're down by the ball fields right now, and they'll go along the walking path. Our goal is to start there and continue all the way down to the entrance of Glazebrook. We're hoping we get enough, and we can work with Godfrey to maybe even go into Glazebrook. Our sign, again, we update it every year with anyone new coming in subscribing to this. You can purchase a subscription for $50 a year. It is renewable each year for $50, but this you can do in honor or in memory of, and we designate that on our sign. And again, we've got 2 of our former Optimist members who have passed that while we were doing this, and that is Mo Julin and Charlie Nacello. So in honor and memory of them, the Alton Optimist has placed a flag on their behalf as well, which
Thank
we're
you
very,
very
very
much.
happy to do.
Well, I'm telling you what, it was the coolest thing for you guys to do that, and rightfully so. And whenever you said that, I mean, I always tell people, I was doing the show with Hartman, he goes, tell me a little bit more about Alton. I said, Alton's the only place in the world where a couple of old guys can get everything accomplished, and whether or not it's by playing cards or going out and relaxing and just talking to people and using community, and I just think it's such a powerful thing and shows the power of the Optimist Club.
Yes. So again, if we could maybe put the information online, and we've got all the information right there. And again, that's going to be we're going to be firing that up pretty heavily in the next month or two. And we're hoping to get as many subscriptions as possible. We're hoping to have to order more flags.
Well, here's what I'm good at. You guys have never let me down on this. Every time I tap into this microphone for a call to action, we get it accomplished. If you have the opportunity to be a part of this Avenue of Flags, it's a wonderful thing, and we will make sure to link it all. But I'm asking you, you're going to really be happy with the result, too. It's not just to do it for a good cause, but also a good result. And with that being said, Mark, I love the fact that you joined me today. We were talking all about a night at the Mouse Races, which is coming down the pipeline the first Saturday of February. That's the 3rd at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30. You can bring your own food, but not your own beer, because that's being taken care of by the Sportsman's Club. Tickets are $20 per person, but sponsorship opportunities, they're available at $200 and $250 if you want to name those mice.
There you go.
And who wouldn't want to do that? Mark, before we go, I got to ask you, I mean, you handed me the Optimist Creed, and I just want to make sure I do this right.
Well, this is something that we do at the very beginning of every meeting, and there are, I believe, about 10 tenets to this. And, you know, as we go through this, these are actually things people sometimes read this every day just to kind of get their day going. But it's something that we try to live by as members, and we try to promote this as much as well with our youth. Again, one more plug, too. We're always looking for new members. We meet the second Tuesday of every month at Johnson's Corner at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., come and see what we're all about. Just come and join us. Yes. It's been our home for many, many years. So come and join us second Tuesday, 6 o'clock, and see what we're all about, and maybe think about joining us. Again, the Optimist Creed, this is something that, again, the Illinois District Optimist, we have about 30 Optimist clubs in Illinois,
Oh, wow.
but this is international. Not only throughout the United States, but throughout the world is the Optimist, and we're just kind of a small part of it. But we try to live and breathe this Optimist Creed, and it's something. And again, I would like to have you join me, and maybe we could read this and
Absolutely.
And go from there.
Absolutely. Charlie's smiling this morning, that's for sure.
All right. Promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb.
Do I read with you?
You bet.
Okay.
So let's start again.
Let's
All
start.
right.
I knew I was going to ruin this, Mark. I was worried the whole time. Missed the plug for new members.
All right. Promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. To talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person you meet. To make all your friends feel that there is something in them. To look at the sunny side of everything and make your optimism come true. To think only of the best, to work only for the best, and to expect only the best. To be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your own. To forget the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements of the future. To wear a cheerful countenance at all times and give every living creature you meet a smile. To give so much time to the improvement of yourself that you have no time to criticize others. To be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble.
That's a wonderful thing to start the day with. A wonderful creed.
It is.
Well,
Yep.
And Mark, one last time, how can people reach out to be a new member? What's the Facebook page and what's the email address again?
You bet. Again, like us on Facebook at the Alton Area Optimist Club. And you can contact us at Alton Optimist. That's ALTONOPTIMIST. Alton Optimist at gmail.com.
And we are gearing up for a night at the Mouse Races, Saturday, February the 3rd at 7 p.m., but you can get there at 6:30 when those doors swing wide on open at the Alton Wood River Sportsman's Club. Tickets $20 per person at the door or by Venmo, and it includes draft beer, soda, and 50/50?
Yes, and if somebody can kind of get there early and find me, I'll see if I can have you help us put the saddles on the mice.
No way, they have saddles?
No, they don't.
Don't do that to me. I'm a morning show host. I'm very gullible. At 9:50, we'll take a quick break. We aren't going to do top of the hour news this 10 o'clock hour. I want to get to that conversation with Governor McCrory. As I don't know if you saw that in the national news yesterday. No Labels is calling for that investigation. He joined us in Alton yesterday to fill us in. We'll be relaying that information, and we'll be taking a quick break and coming right back with it right after this on the Heart of the 618. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
And try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher.
One little bit of information before we talk to Pat McCrory, the former governor of North Carolina, the national co-chair of No Labels, who just called for the DOJ to investigate what they're calling harassment on their officials, including death threats. We'll take you to the city of Edwardsville really briefly. The Illinois Secretary of State, along with the city, are teaming up to offer a mobile DMV service in the city several times a year. The first mobile DMV will be offered on Friday, February the 9th at the Edwardsville Public Library located at 112 South Kansas Street. The mobile DMV is an effort by the Illinois Secretary of State's office to provide some of the basic Illinois Department of Motor Vehicle services at easily accessible community sites. It's an additional and alternative option to visiting a traditional DMV location. The mobile DMV will operate from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. in the Edwardsville Public Library. No appointment will be necessary. Services to be offered will include new and renewal identification cards, driver's license renewal, duplicates or corrections, vehicle registration sticker purchases, real ID, voter registration, and organ and donor and tissue donor registration. The mobile DMV will not offer written or road exams, so please be aware of that. A full list of documents needed for the various DMV services can be found by visiting the website ilsos.gov. That's ilsos.gov. You know, this was a really cool conversation that I had the privilege of being a part of. Since the show started, just to give you a little bit of background, we keep talking to more and more prominent figures across the country, and with that, we've been able to be invited to so many press conferences on both sides of the aisle at a national level. We were invited to the No Labels press conference yesterday, could not make it, but Pat McCrory did join us, and I really want to thank the former governor for his time, and I just want to thank all of you for always watching this. So why don't we do this? Right now at 9:57, our conversation with the former governor of North Carolina and the national co-chair of No Labels, Pat McCrory, now. Welcome back to our daily show in the heart of the 618. You know, time and time again, we've had great conversations with Joe Cunningham with No Labels. And yesterday, we had the opportunity now to talk to former Governor Pat McCrory from North Carolina. Sir, we had a press conference Thursday. This is going to air on Friday, but some really groundbreaking news coming out of No Labels. Before we go into the deep dive of this, can you give us an overview of what this press conference was all about?
Well, we had the press conference to announce that we're asking the U.S. Justice Department to investigate groups, coordinated groups that are working, we think, allegedly in a illegal manner to stop No Labels and, frankly, other groups from having a chance to give the voters an opportunity to have another choice on the ballot. And we think this is as important as taking away someone's vote. And what they're trying to do is deny access to a ballot by actually verbally and threatening not only people associated with the No Labels, but also their families. And that is so out of bounds beyond the First Amendment that we're calling them out on it. And right now it's more of the left-wing groups doing it, but I'm a Republican. And once we get on the ballot in a lot of red states, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the right-wing groups do the same thing. And it shouldn't be a part of our political process to threaten people's constitutional right to try to get on the ballot and give the people of America a choice other than the two powerful parties that we have in kind of a duopoly right now in our democratic system. And that's what is happening right now is the power elite. I'm in Washington, D.C. today. The power elite in D.C. want to control this duopoly. And anyone who dares challenge the duopoly is being threatened, and that's unacceptable.
Well, and sir, on top of that, when I was speaking to Mr. Cunningham, when we first started talking a few months ago, the public already started to notice on both sides of the aisle, on numerous publications that are left-leaning and right-leaning, there were attacks pieces coming out on No Labels. Was that something that you guys anticipated when you made the announcement that we are going to look into this unity ticket? We're going to get ballot access. Did you expect that this would happen, given the the history of our two-party system?
Well, let me tell you, I've played the game. I've been played by the game, and we're here to expose the game and change the game that we think is impacting our democracy and giving the voters of America a limited choice. In fact, I would say, and I'm a Republican,
right?
But I would say I think there's an arrogance among the power elite in both parties of just making an assumption that the American people don't deserve another choice besides the ones that they're presenting to the voters. And yet 65% of the American people do not want a repeat of the 2020 election. And despite that, they're going to, looks like, based upon Iowa, we're going to get a repeat. And if that occurs, No Labels will most likely present a slate available for a president and vice president candidate to be on all 50 states. And that's what we're working on right now, is to get on the ballots of all 50 states and make it accessible for a slate of candidates. And then No Labels will bail out, let those candidates have the opportunity to compete against the duopoly that we have in our American system right now.
Absolutely. And sir, you've been hailed before as one of the most conservative governors. I've seen it in pieces, in North Carolina. What was your decision to really look into No Labels and be a part of this group? Was there a moment in the last couple of years, I know that you had a run at Senate, was there a moment you said, you know what, this is an idea that we have to really start to explore?
I think it's been a gradual process. I ran for city council when I was 32, and there's this concept of wanting to label everyone. And, on some issues, I'm quite conservative. On issues, I'd be called moderate or even liberal. I take each issue on its own merit, make a decision, usually in a more conservative way. But right now, we're labeling people as extremist or conservative, Republican, right-wing, left-wing. And I think what we're doing is labeling people to stifle discussion and to stifle civic dialogue. So I would have never known I'm working with Dr. Ben Chavis, and he's been labeled as a left-wing extremist in the past, and that's what I thought him to be. Then we met each other, and we find out we've become very close friends, and we have civil dialogue, and we find out that we can come together and agree on most issues. But the two parties aren't letting us do that. The two parties are forcing us to get in this cocoon of only looking one way. And if we dare break out of that, we're, in my party, we're called a rhino.
Right. Exactly. And with that, I think it's really important to hear those conversations because, whenever I walk down the grocery aisle, and I always use this analogy and want your thoughts on this, you hear people having different ideas all the time, but they all have the same moral compass. It's just a different avenue to get there.
Listen, I've been called during my political career, but I've been a city councilman, a 14-year mayor, a governor, and a U.S. Senate campaign candidate, and I've been called a left-wing rhino. I've been called a right-wing extremist. I've been called a conservative, liberal, moderate. And frankly, we've got to have people who look for results and are trying to solve the complex problems that we have today. And that's why I'm so honored to be with Joe Lieberman and Ben Chavis. We're working together, and we care more about our country than our party. I hear all these candidates running that they're going to put country first over party, but the minute they win the primary, they put the party over the country, and that's happening on both sides of the aisle. I know this. I know the game of running these primaries.
And sir, this is
a lot of them are gerrymandered by the two parties, and this is not the way our democracy should work. I'm not against the two-party system, but right now the two-party system needs some competition. And to stop this, I think, arrogance that we have in America right now. And I'm more interested in getting viable leaders so the next generation can enjoy this great country we call the United States of America, and opportunity. We need results now than ever. And I think most of the people are saying enough. We've had enough of the choices that the two parties are providing, especially in this upcoming election.
Well, and sir, I'm glad you brought up the gerrymandering, and this is something that Joe and I have talked about before in these type of interviews, is I feel like, and a lot of people do, the primary is the most important election for these candidates, is just getting out of their primary because they're redistricted into a stronghold and they have to act more and more, I don't want to use the word extreme, but more and more conservative than the other or liberal than the other opponent. And do you think that's what's really caused these issues? Because we get so far left and right in these primaries, it seems like it's hard to get back to the center during the general.
Yeah, you got to look at Iowa right now.
Yeah.
Just over 100,000 people voted, and we've almost determined the presidential election. The Democrats bypassed Iowa. The Republicans got involved, and most candidates dropped out even before one vote was submitted.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a broken system. It's a broken system right now, and I think most people are realizing that. And that's why I'm honored to be a part of No Labels. I still am a registered Republican.
Yeah.
But I'm also, that doesn't mean I have to always be a Republican, and that's why I'm with No Labels at this point in time. And it looks as though, based upon the current political environment, that come Super Tuesday, we may be offering a ballot to a president and vice presidential candidate most likely a Democrat and Republican. I'm not sure in what order or what, but we're going to be looking at that. And in the meantime, our goal is to get on every ballot in the United States of America. And sadly, these groups are doing everything and anything, try to deny our access to state ballots throughout the United States of America. It's happened in Maine. It's happened in my own state, North Carolina. We got all the signatures, and for 3 months, the elections board delayed a decision, even though it was obvious that we had followed all the constitutional requirements. But that's the duopoly of holding on to power. Holding on to power and not letting go of that power.
And sir, on top of that, we have a couple of minutes left, and I greatly appreciate your time. I think it's wonderful that No Labels, comes on local media as well, because I know that you guys will be on the Big Four today. I saw a couple of advertisements for it already. As we're talking about this investigation that you're calling on, or No Labels is calling on, sir, is there anything that you can give to us today that, in terms of evidence that you're seeing that really is the red flag that says, hey, there is something not right here? I know that there was, it was described in the press conference, but if you could relay some of those hinderings to our audience today, if you could.
Well, we showed a video today of some of this coordinated effort where actually people, a part of these groups were making threats, not only against people working with No Labels, but their families and their future job opportunities. I mean, that's intimidation, and that is not legal. There's a line, I've been involved in a lot of political campaigns. I've been called names by the left and right. That's protected free speech. But you cannot threaten people and their families. Yeah. And that's just wrong. And we're one of the first groups in America going enough. And we're asking the Justice Department to say that should not be part of our political process. So it's not just about No Labels. It's about all the groups that want to participate in the democratic process, both now and in the future. And again, part of my faith tells me we need to leave this place a better place than when we arrived. And I believe in competition. I'm a conservative who believes in competition, and yet we have both Republicans and Democrats who don't want competition. And we have people who are trying to stop people having access to vote in both parties. A lot of hypocrisy out there. But Ben Chavis and myself and Joe Lieberman are calling out the hypocrisy, and we think the people are responding to it. And it may, again, I think if we do submit candidates, if Biden and Trump are the two final candidates, I think we'll win and make history. But it's not for power. It's not for our own ego. It's because the two parties have failed the American people. We're really responding to what the American people are saying. They're just not being listened to.
100. And I think so many of us, especially in states like Illinois that have a majority of the state, and up north that vote on the left side, and then about 3/4 of the state vote Republican, but they go, we never get our candidate because it outweighs. And there's conversations like that, sir, that happen a lot. And I'm sure, and I know.
And look at the small amount of people who are deciding who our candidates actually are.
Yeah.
And the amount of people who are staying home.
Yeah. And sir,
it's not working. It's broken.
Absolutely. And sir, on top of that, I know that we got to keep moving, and you do as well, and keep making your rounds. And I really appreciate your time. Before I let you go, I asked Joe the same question. What are some of the names that you've been hearing on the campaign trail? I don't want to say campaign trail, but on the national tour of, here's who we'd like. I saw Manchin being named in a couple of articles about maybe a spearheader. Is there any names that are being floated more often than not?
I'm not going to, I think it's inappropriate me to submit names at this point in time. Yep. I will say the list is broad. People that we should consider and should consider us, from the military, from business, from politics. There's a lot of qualified people out there who'd be excellent leaders of our country. Our major focus right now is getting on the ballot and overcoming these assaults that are being presented to No Labels efforts to do just that and give people a choice. So that's what we're going to focus our attention on. And we'll be ready at the time after Super Tuesday, if the current political environment remains between now and then, to hear from the American people and see what types of candidates they want as an alternative.
Pat McCrory, thank you so much. The former governor of North Carolina, the national co-chair of No Labels. I really appreciate your time. We always love talking about No Labels here in the St. Louis area. And anytime there's more news, especially on this investigation, you're more than welcome back here.
Well, I mean, I've enjoyed working with your former governor, Nixon.
Yes.
He's pumping. He and I served together, and we're friends then, and we're friends now. And we have civil dialogue and friendship, even though we're in opposite parties. So give my best to your former governor. He's an important part of No Labels.
Absolutely. And Pat and Mr. McCroy, thank you so much for your time. The best of luck throughout the rest of the day. And thank you so much for your time again here in the 618.
Thank you. God bless. Take care.
You too. We'll take a quick break in our daily show. We'll continue right after this in downtown Alton.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
.14, welcome back. How great of a conversation was that one? You know, regardless of how you feel politically, how awesome is it that a national group gives us time of day here on a local station, and I really appreciate that. They've all gotten the emails, and No Label is the one returning them. Hey, at 10:14, time to recognize some all-stars, because after some politics, let's have some fun, huh? A fan of an English soccer club, Wolverhampton, known as the Wolves, was unable to celebrate his team's late winner in an FA Cup replay because he'd been plucked from the crowd to stand in as a match official, a referee. Ross Bennett attended the Wolves Brentford game on Tuesday with his 11-year-old son and volunteered to fill in as the fourth official in the technical area near the dugouts following an injury to one of the assistant referees. Now, Bennett isn't just some random guy. He actually is qualified at the youth level, does not equivalent to the professionals, but said he was given a, quote, crash course on how to work the substitutes board and dealt with questions from members of the Brentford staff in a tense end to the match over there. You know what's wild is the fourth official, for folks that don't know, gets screamed at by both sides of the bench for a call he never made. He's just sitting there going, yeah, I know, you're right, he messed up. Wonderful. All right, let's read further here. The hardest part of his new job might have been when Mateus Cunha converted the penalty that ultimately sealed a 3-2 win, a decisive moment in the game for Wolves, an eagerly anticipated fourth-round matchup against West Brom, which is going to be a good one too. But I was gutted I couldn't celebrate our goal, Bennett told the BBC. I had to stay neutral. I don't know. I talked to the FA about that. You know, inside I'm screaming, thinking, I'm off to Hawthorns in less than 2 weeks, I thought. I'm the only Wolves fan here not celebrating. Whew. Tough day at the office. Bennett had to be up early for work on Wednesday, but still spent time in the referee's room after the match. How cool of an experience would that be, regardless of the sport? If you're sitting at Busch Stadium and they go, hey, our umpire's down. Has any of you guys ever umpired at Park and Rec level? You're in the game. I love it. Hey, so a couple of months ago, I told you about the Portuguese dog that they said was 30 years old, 266 days. Maybe not so. Under review. Guinness World Records is sniffing something funny, and it ain't what the dog stepped in. He died in October, the dog did, celebrating his 31st birthday in May, but Guinness World Records is reviewing the records after questions arose about Bobby the dog's age. Wired, The Guardian, and CNN report the dog's age been confirmed through a 1992 registration with the Veterinary Medical Service of the municipality in Portugal in their database, but some vets are skeptical. Not a single one of my veterinarian colleagues believed Bobby was actually 31 years old. Danny Chambers, a vet and council member of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons, that's a long title, told The Guardian. So a coordinator with the group confirmed to Wire that Bobby was registered on July the 3rd, 2022, and that the dog's owner declared that he had been born in 1992, not verified. He just made the claim in the registration, but they could not confirm. We could not confirm or deny. They could not confirm nor deny the dog's age. Others noted photos of Bobby when he was younger, pointing out that his fur was different and questioning whether it was the same dog. If you're lying about that for a world record, you have too much time on your hands. Oh, my goodness. So Guinness World Record temporarily has paused applications for the oldest living dog and the oldest dog ever while its review is ongoing. But in the meantime, Bobby is still listed as the oldest dog on their website. Until next week. And is there any legal repercussions for that if you lie about a world record? I don't know. Probably not. Just public shame. You know, you get to walk around and everyone just screams shame at you. All righty. Time to wow the sweetheart of your life. Valentine's Day is around the corner. And, you know, we all go to Walgreens. We're all on Amazon. We see the, top picks for you. That's boring because they know that there's going to be 7 million other people, whether it's guy or girl, that's getting the same product. Do something special like this. Zoos in New York and Texas are offering the love-struck and love-lorn the opportunity to buy the best in Valentine's Day gifts. Naming rights for cockroaches. The Bronx Zoo said romantically minded patrons can pay to have a Madagascar hissing cockroach named after their Valentine and other... Oh my goodness, don't do this. You were going to be single before Valentine's Day is over. Other gift packages include roach socks, the cockroach, not the other type of roach for all the cool people out there, stuffed roaches, and virtual roach encounter. I'll pass on all three. You don't always have the right words, but you can still give them goosebumps. Name a roach for your Valentine's Day. Because roaches are forever. That's what the zoo said on their website anyway. Meanwhile, the San Antonio Zoo is taking a different approach. With its Cry Me a Cockroach fundraiser, the program allows jilted patrons to pay to have a roach or vegetable or rat named for their ex-lovers before the chosen recipient of the moniker is fed to another zoo animal. Now that's good. Okay, symbolically name a roach, rat, or a veggie after your ex or not-so-special someone, and San Antonio Zoo will help you squash your past. A true heartbreak healer by feeding your selection to an animal resident. Whoever is writing the script, give them a raise. That's a great live read. The San Antonio Zoo is offering a candle bearing the scent of hippo excrement as potential Valentine's Day gifts for that someone special as well. The zoo said that the excrement is the cologne of the hippo world and is used to impress potential mates and used to get you thrown in jail. Also in news for the All-Star Award, There's a snake in my drawer. A reptile wrangler was called to an Australian home where a mother found one of the most venomous snakes in the world in her son's underwear drawer. Now, Melbourne snake catcher Mark Pelly, a.k.a. the Snake Hunter, I would assume that he has earned that title, said he was called home to where a woman found a 5-foot eastern brown snake. That is bad. In her 3-year-old son's underwear drawer. Now, Pelly shared the video showing the moment that he opened the drawer, the snake catcher did, in the boy's bedroom and confirmed that snake, considered the second most venomous species of snake in the world, and all he could say is that's not something you see every day. The reptile wrangler said the serpent apparently hid inside some clothes the mother brought in from the clothesline the previous day and ended up being placed in the drawer with said clothing, and that again is another reason why you should not live in Australia. Alrighty, we all see him on the side of the road, lit up beautifully in that orange, well, gross lettering. It's no joke. Humorous and quirky messages and electronic signs will soon disappear from highways and freeways across the country, and the U.S. Federal Highway Administration, you today are the all-star because I got a lot of joy out of reading those signs. It's given states 2 years to implement all the changes outlined in its new 1,100-page manual released last month, including rules that spell out how signs and other traffic control devices are regulated. Administration officials said overhead electronic signs with obscure meanings, references to pop culture, or those intended to be funny will be banned in 2026 because, well, they have no sense of humor. Oh, sorry, wrong line. Because they can be misunderstood or distracting to the drivers. Now, that's a fair point. The agency, which is part of the United States Department of Transportation, said signs should be simple, direct, brief, legible, and clear, and only used for important information such as warning drivers of crashes ahead and telling them to get out of the left lane, you're going under the speed limit. Among those that will be disappearing are messages such as use your blinker. In Massachusetts, visiting in-laws, slow down, get there late from Ohio. Don't drive star-spangled hammered from Pennsylvania. Hocus pocus, drive with focus from New Jersey, and hands on the wheel. Not your meal from Arizona. Arizona has more than 300 electronic signs above its highways for the last 7 years. The State Department of Transportation held a contest to find the funniest and most creative messages. Anyone could submit ideas, drawing more than 3,700 entries last year. The winners were seatbelts always pass a vibe check, that was lame, and I'm just a sign asking drivers to use turn signals. The humor part of it, we kind of like. State Representative David Cook, a Republican from Globe, told Phoenix television station affiliates, I think Arizona, the majority of us do, if not all of us. He doesn't understand the fuss. Here's his quote, why are you trying to have federal government come in and tell us what to do in our own state? Prime example that the federal government is not focusing on what it needs to do. All right, 10:23, that's the All-Star Award. We'll take a quick break. We'll either talk about events or talk to We Like to Party right after this on RiverBender.com. When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
It's gonna be a long, long time. The touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a rocket man, burning out his fuse out here alone.
10:26. It's going to be cold today, so, in case you want to get out and about and enjoy the 618 in the Riverbend region, like always, I always like to fill you in on what's happening around the region for events. So if you have any event coming down the pipeline, we're pretty good at getting the word out, happen to be the best. And with that being said, reach out to me. If you have an event coming down the pipeline you want people to see, they'll see it right here on the show. And you can do that by giving me a phone call, 618-465-9850, or you can email me, cj@RiverBender.com. There's two big ones today. Time to put that fuzzy blanket on, wear that comfy sweater, and head on over to Alton Square Mall, Hainer Library's portion of Alton Square Mall, for their winter reading retreat. This is going to be great. This we talked about a little bit ago. This is where you get to put on your favorite sweater, grab a book, head to Hainer Library at Alton Square Mall for their first ever book retreat. You can sip on hot cocoa, decorate a sugar cookie sweater, chat about books, and even read one too. You're also welcome to bring your own drink, treat, and blanket or anything else to help put you in the winter reading mood. For more information or to register, 1-800-613-3163. That's 1-800-613-3163. Also, tonight and tomorrow, and a cough, my apologies, and on Sunday, Red Jasper by Michael Madden at Alton Little Theater. They are proud to present with Michael Madden Red Jasper the 18th through the 21st in part of their Actors Studio series. Tonight, the show will take place at 7:30. How come people don't know the right thing to do or say when someone has cancer? Isadora's an delicate, sarcastic survivor with a hidden vulnerability whose breast cancer has returned and who doesn't hesitate to educate people on how to act around her. During this show, you are going to see the real life, the raw emotions of what it's like to live with cancer, and it's a wonderful performance. It's a powerful one, and I highly encourage you to stop by and see these talented performers at Alton Little Theater celebrating 90 years. Oldest, most continuous theater in the state of Illinois. That happens the 19th tonight, the 20th on Saturday, and the 21st, a matinee at 2 p.m. Also, tonight at Party on Broadway is Friday Paint Night at 7 p.m. at Bakers and Hale. You can go see the Graham Band on, Bakers and Hale. That's going to be a fun show. Then at 8 p.m. at the Old Orchard Gallery, if you're over in the Webster Groves area, the live comedy sports match Fridays at the Old Orchard Gallery. This is fun. This is that improv group we've talked to a time or two, and they're really fun. Hicktown is also back at Dewitt's Village Inn in Granite City. So if you have time at 8:30, go stop by and see them. On Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Genealogy and Local History Library at Hainer Public Library, the most beautiful building really in Alton. You can go and reimagine places of the past. Historic Preservation Lecture Series Part 1, Freedom to Equality, Black History in the Riverbend with Jared Hennings. That will be a fantastic presentation. At 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, Red Jasper by Michael Madden continues. At 9 a.m. at the Niedering House building in Granite City, the Keurig Pop-Up Bar, live again. And then at 9 a.m. at the Gateway Center in Collinsville, it is Brickfest Live. That's going to be fun. Fun for Lego builders, for kids and adults of all ages. Then at 10 a.m. at the Alton Visitor Center is the Alton Eagle Meet and Greet. That takes place at 10 a.m. as well. At 10 a.m. at in Belleville, the Belclaire Fairgrounds. It's the Belclaire Flea Market. This is a really good thing. It's big. There's so many vendors there. If you haven't been up yet, always good to take a, kind of drive up the road and just see what else is out there. Also at 10 a.m. at the Audubon Center at the Riverlands in West Alton, it is Raptor Saturday. This is a really fun event. More information can be found on their website. At 11 a.m. at the Alton Visitor Center, it is the Alton Eagle Watching Shuttle Tours. They have different iterations of it. You can select your time online at riversandroutes.com. Mississippi Meandering 2024 at 12 noon at the National Great Rivers Museum. That's going to be a great one. Craig and Dean joined us to fill us in. This is all about the journey of Graybeard, who just made UPI in the AP, by the way. 89 years old and went down the Mississippi in a kayak and paddled the whole thing. Just incredible. I mean, it's just going to be a wonderful story. So that's happening as well on Saturday. Also at Soul Sanctuary at 1 p.m., Breathe, Relax, Focus, free meditation session. Dazed and Confused will be live at Catfish Sandy Rides Again in Cahokia. Outlaw Opry on the Bakers and Hale patio Saturday at 7 p.m. and N4C at the Alton VFW, Post 1308 at 7 p.m. Sheriff Jeff Connor is also having his third annual trivia night at the Highland KC Hall at 7 p.m. on Saturday evening. At 9 a.m. on Sunday, you can head on over to Alton VFW, Post 1308 and Boy Scout Troop 1 for their pancake breakfast. It benefits both groups. Eagle Sunday at the Audubon Center at Riverlands at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Sip and Shop to support small business at Wild Pickens Winery in Chesterfield takes place at 12 noon. At Rain in Edwardsville, it's the drag brunch that benefits Alton Pride. Man Smart, Woman Smarter Music Festival at 12 noon on Sunday at the Lodge at the Lovejoy. And at 2 p.m., wrap up your weekend with a beautiful performance of Red Jasper by Michael Madden at Alton Little Theater. 10:32 is the time. We all like to party, and coming up after this quick break, we're going to find out how much we like to. We like to party after this. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
I believe you can get me through the night. Ooh, Dreamweaver, I believe we can
10:36, that's the time on this Friday morning. Is it getting colder and colder out there, Whitney?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
yes,
man.
it is.
So before we talk, I just bought my first house here a couple months ago, and I have a kitchen sink that's on an exterior wall, so leave the water running, right?
Right.
I left the cold water dripping, but I thought normally you don't leave the hot water on because then you lose all your hot water in the tank.
Right.
My hot water froze with the faucet dripping.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But
wow.
You know, that's okay because in those
You got your homeowner's insurance, correct?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, and Gerard, I'll bill you later. But with that being said, you know, it was almost like a party in the kitchen, and I thought about you because I always like to party, just not that way. So, fill me in. I came across your Facebook page, and I love this because I've said, you know, we always see great new businesses and ideas, but why don't we do something that's really for the child, for the family to really enjoy? And this hits all of those boxes. Yes. Fill me in on how We Like to Party came to be.
Well, actually, exactly what you said. There's just so much going on with older crowds, and there's nothing to do with the children, really. Mm-hmm. So I actually last year, around my daughter's birthday, I was looking for a character, a Peppa Pig. And there was no Peppa Pigs around here at all. Like, we went all out, got shirts and things like that. And I actually went on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and had one delivered. And I had to ship it back. So, and it was a lot of money me doing that. I'm like, you know what? I can get into this character business, you know. And then my daughter just kind of pushed me to do it. She's like, Mom, I think that'll be a great idea. We always dress up for every holiday. Like, we're just really that type of family. I've dressed as Blippi, and my daughter dressed as Mika. So we always dress up all the time.
I love it though.
Yeah,
and
so
I think it's cool that you saw the need from your own experience and said, if I'm feeling this, someone else is too.
And I want to do something that I enjoy. So this is something that I put my heart into. I know how much kids enjoy it. Seeing a character and making them smile. It's just great.
Well, and too, I mean, you've had a pretty good start to things. I mean, everyone thinks, I always laugh because when I owned a business and got out of it, I consulted for like a year or two, and people always go, think I start my Facebook page and I immediately get like 40,000 followers,
right.
But to see here that you are growing organically really well. I mean, in 2 months to have over 400, 500 followers on Facebook and just every day you're posting something and you're active, and that's what you need to do.
Yes. I am actually also in a mascot group. My mentor, she's very sweet. She's my mentor. She's in Cleveland, Ohio. Her name is Keisha Bussey, and she's just very sweet as far as letting me know the ins and out of the business. She's been in business for 10 years. And she's in Cleveland, but we have a whole organization, mascot group. Yeah, it's really cool. It's on we have like a group me, and it's just awesome.
That's actually really fascinating. And I'm sure there's nuances that no one would ever think of when it comes to that type of industry.
Yeah, and exactly. And she's like, well, you're teaching me some stuff. You know, like, you know, we have buddies that we inbox each other. Hey, you know, just different ideas to promote your business and advertise and, you know, reach out to organizations. So, yes, I'm very excited about we rock the spectrum. And
well, I'm going to talk to you about this. It's either you're reading my screen or my mind, and we'll go with the latter. You know, attention to We Rockers. I want to ask you about this because I think this is a wonderful partnership with We Rock the Spectrum in Edwardsville on Saturday, the 17th of February from 10 a.m. until noon.
Yes.
Very special open play with Bluey. And fill me in on how this partnership came to be, and is this a facet of your organization, your business, that you want to keep exploring with more partnerships?
Definitely. We actually connected. She liked my Facebook page and started following it. And I'm like, hey, I used to take my daughter to We Rock the Spectrum all the time. And she's actually a new owner. Her and her husband are new owners. Yes. So I just reached out and said, hey, would you like to partner? I would love to bring Bluey on. And she was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Yes, we used to have Character Day and we kind of got away from that. So we would love to do this probably like once every other month. So this is going to be something that everyone needs to be on the lookout because it's going to be something that's going to continue.
Can you fill me in on a little bit more about We Rock the Spectrum is all about in Edwardsville for folks that don't know?
Sure. It is a play area, indoor play area for children. It's very, very good for children with autism. I know that they've kind of reached out and branched, advertised for that. But yeah, they're just a great organization. They have lots of sensory and you know, different sorts of things the children can do and play indoors and not have to say, I'm sorry. That's their slogan. I love it.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge, huge thing. And I got to ask you, Whitney, how does the process work? So who's throwing on Bluey and who's throwing on the mascot? Is that up to the client? Is that done by you guys that we like to party? How does that work?
Yes, I actually provide the mascots, and I have my daughter. She's 16 years old.
I love it.
Yeah, so
I love it.
Yeah, she's the one who's is in costumes a lot, and then I also have my best friend and my nieces. So I just get a lot of help. It's like a family business.
That is so cool.
Yes.
Well, and so I don't know if you've ever run into this, but when I was in Austin, you know, they at 6th Street, you know, during the wild times of 6th Street in 2020. They had some of the characters, and I'm telling you what, Whitney, I don't know how many Camels those people smoked before they threw on Spider-Man, but it scared children.
Wow.
So it's nice to know that we like to party. You're getting some just the best type of mascots that your kid's going to love, your family's going to love. And what I think is cool is it actually, in my opinion, just don't let me put words in your mouth, but I'm sure it helps your daughter develop those communicating skills and critical skills that are really important.
Yes, and they're just so energetic, and they're you know, they're able, and it's just like, she was like, it just gives me a natural, like, just high. It's just a very, very good feeling to know that these kids are just so excited. I mean, from when we went to do the pop-up at it was actually my niece's birthday. So I was like, you know what, this is a great opportunity it was like last minute, I just had it in my mind. I'm like, this is a great opportunity to just go out and maybe take Bluey. You know? I mean, hey, dress up in Bluey and I can pass out business cards and get my name out there. So it's just only been 2 months and just getting my name out there, trying to do everything I possibly can.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Did you have a business background before this? What made you, did you always have an idea of maybe starting a business one day?
Yes, I always had it in my mind. I just wanted to do something that I really, really enjoyed. And I don't want to go to work and feel like I'm working. I want to, you know, I want to be very happy when I go to work and whenever I do anything that I do. But yes, I do have a business background. My mother used to own a business, a hair salon. So I have that, you know, background and experience knowing and watching her run a business and how the ins and outs and things like that. So yeah, that does help. So really? I know, you know, you have to saturate the market. You have to get your name out there. You can't just sit and wait for people to come to you. So
absolutely.
And then we're going to be partnering with Boys and Girls Club as well.
Great.
So that's
That's going to be really cool,
Yeah.
too. And why don't we do this? We have a lot more to talk about,
Okay.
Whitney. It's 10:44. We'll take a quick pause. I got to pay one last quick bill here on this Friday morning. The 19th day of January on our Daily Show. We'll continue after this.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Out to you and yours. Worldwide. I say, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back all around the way. Seems like everywhere I roll.
10:47. Welcome back to this last conversation of the week on this 19th day of January. Roku TV, RiverBender.com. We got 35,000 Roku channel app downloads. I couldn't believe that for an online website, to have that. Thank you for downloading the Roku channel and watching me in my pale glory on the big screen. I wanted to get back to this because we just hit on a great point. We've all seen the Vegas Mickey Mouse, okay? The one that may or may not have had a pack of Camels and, he's just trying to get through his day,
Yeah.
Let me take you to this on the screen real quick. That is a legitimate Mickey Mouse,
Yes.
and that's, to me, I love the professionalism there.
Thank you.
We were also talking, Whitney, is that you actually ask the audience and your prospective, individual client, as a whole, which one they'd like better, which version.
Yes, and whatever number is greater is the one that I pick. So I've done basically, I tried to do the poll thing on Facebook. It wasn't really working too well. So I just say 1, 2, or 3, 4. Which one do you prefer? And it just gives the clients and customers, options, and it makes them feel like they're included. So
Absolutely. Well, I just think it's really great that you keep adding to the inventory too, and I think it's also cool that you have different items for different holidays because not everyone's gonna celebrate maybe a St. Patrick's Day, but to have that to where a city of Alton or somebody can say, hey, we're having a parade or we're having this, can you come out here with your material? You're setting yourself up for some great things.
Thank you.
What are you looking to do with this? With We Like to Party most?
Most is just get out in the community. I really want to do a lot of community things with children. I want to even branch off. I have an event coming up in New Baden, Illinois as well. Yeah. I mean, even if it's far out, I will go. So it's an event that's farmers market. So that's going to be on April 28th. So it's just, and the leprechaun, that was someone that asked me, hey, I see that you have some great mascots. Is there any way that you can come to my festival? So I'm doing another one as well. It's not really a festival. I think it's like more of a corporate event.
But still,
so it's something that I'm very, very proud of, and that's what I want people to know, that hey, she has the best quality mascots. So and best customer service. I'm very sweet. I'm very nice. You will be very satisfied. All of my workers, our performers, are very, very just sweet with the kids. They interact. Just that experience. That's what I want to come. I want memorable experiences.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's what this whole idea is about. Because, especially whenever I don't know, and maybe it's just because I'm getting older and getting into the real world more, Whitney, it seems like, those moments from those little parties that as an adult you go, well, that was something I had to go to. Those kids remember it forever.
Ever, yes.
And you're making that impression. Yes. And so when I call you, let's say I call you, say, Whitney, I need Mickey over here, the good one.
I'm gonna say that's all we have.
That's all we got. Good answer.
No other options.
So how long of a duration are you there for? Can we book certain allotted times? How does that work?
I even have as short as a home visits, for sick children or hospital visits. Yes, 15, 20-minute home visits, and of course, even though these times are stamped, I will never leave a child or any situation or event or occasion without making sure that every child has been interacted with and had that great experience. We take our time to make sure that the child is.
That's huge.
Has an impact on the child.
You're right, though, because if you don't, all it takes is one child to get upset and you ruin the whole party.
Yes.
This is, Whitney, I just love everything you do.
Thank you.
What's the newest addition to your lineup?
The newest addition would be Gracie, from Gracie's Corner. So that is the child network on YouTube. I think she came about, and that's also the option that I gave. I did the 3 Gracies and asked which one was the best, and we will see who's coming. She'll be here in a few weeks.
So what's the process on these? Because, you aren't getting a Spirit Halloween costume. These are legitimate.
Right. They come from Bulgaria and Peru. Yes, so they're not even from China.
That's a good point.
Yes, they come from Bulgaria and Peru. Honestly, they do. It's just great. Like I said, the community that we have with the mascot team, it's just great. We share lots of different vendors and things for them to get here.
Yeah.
So depending on, like, Bluey was back ordered.
I bet.
Everyone wants Bluey. So I tried to get Bluey probably about a month ago. So I tried to get Bluey probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. Or 2 or 3 months ago, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And my vendor reached out and said, hey, we have one Bluey in. Do you want the Bluey? Yes, I want her. And Bluey is a girl. She's not a boy. Did you know that?
I did not.
A lot of people don't know that. So she's blue, but she's a girl. So yes.
Poor Bluey's been getting misgendered since its inception.
A lot of people do not know that. That was a shock. My mom is actually the one who told me, because she sits and watches Bluey. Bluey was my daughter. I have a 3-year-old and I have a 16-year-old, so I have that big gap to where I can engage with both. But it takes the turnover time is about 21 days to get after they ship it to get here.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have to make sure I have time. Give myself enough time if there's a party booked. But I'm usually not going to book a party if I don't have that character in hand. I don't, anything can come up.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And now, can you bring multiple characters?
Oh yes. Actually, for the event in New Baden.
Oh, okay.
They want all from different. I'm sorry, from different cartoons.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So they want Minnie Mouse. They want Paw Patrol, Chase, and they want Bluey. Of course, Bluey. Of course,
The best
Bluey.
decision you've made was
yes,
Bluey.
So yeah, I'm excited about that as well.
Well, Whitney, I just think this is really. What's the best way for us to reach out to you to book your services, and what's the time frame that we should allow in terms of weeks? Should we give you a couple of weeks when we call to schedule?
A couple weeks is great. And again, I forgot we didn't even mention the time frame. So yes, you can get a 20 to 30-minute visit, personal visit. You can also get a 30-minute visit or hourly. So that's how it is. It's just, I wanted to make that. I wanted to make sure that everybody had the opportunity, even if they wanted it for a short time, to be able to.
That's
have that interaction with their favorite character.
Well, all I know is
yes, you can look on my Facebook page. It's We Like to Party. I also I'm on Gig Salad, so all my links are on Facebook. I have business cards I'll be giving you.
Absolutely,
and,
please do.
So just please reach out to my Facebook page, and I'm very active, and I will respond.
And can I give your phone number out?
Yes, call me.
618-636-8988. That's 618-636-8988. If you like to party, you give that phone number a ring, and your family outing or wherever you're needing it for. I love the home visit aspect. I think that's a wonderful thing. You can call Whitney, and she's going to get you taken care of. And most importantly, Whitney, your Minnie Mouse isn't going to smell like Camel cigarettes.
Not at all.
I'm seriously so excited, Whitney, for this.
Thank you.
Our region needed it.
Yes.
To have this for kids and a wonderful person, a young woman doing this and just taking it by storm and doing it the right way at 1056. We Like to Party at 618-636-8988 to spice up and make your child enjoy all those memories. A quick break and we wrap up the week that was after this. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know I laughed when you left.
It is 11 o'clock in downtown Alton, and I am going to say goodbye to all of you for the weekend. Thank you all for a great week of shows. Next week, another great week. And just thank you for all the love and support you give me each and every day, along with the team at RiverBender.com. Stay safe, stay warm this weekend, and most importantly, try your best to stay out of jail.